Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good week so far. Um, if you're new, make sure to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. You can also check out the links in the description for my merch, the Autumn Snyder AFSP Fund, and the link to my Twitter profile so you can follow me on there. Today I want to just kind of talk about a positive thing with Zack Snyder. How much he has been I love the joy of hearing him talk about working with Netflix and making Army of the Dead. And also some of, I don't want to say shots he's taken at WB, but just the way he's describing working with Netflix is such the opposite of how he's described working with Warner Brothers. And it's so nice to hear him describing a positive experience and how much he enjoyed making Army of the Dead. So I just want to go over some of those things really quick. Okay, so earlier this week, we got a full-length trailer for Army of the Dead, which I did a reaction to if you want to check that out on the channel as well. But before the trailer came out that day, there was like a little press event that Zack Snyder did, and where he got to talk about the movie and everything, the trailer. And Kirsten Acuna from Insider, who I've had the pleasure of speaking with on the Nicotina show, I think it was, this is what she had to say, some quotes that she shared from Zack Snyder talking about the movie. Snyder on working with Netflix. There are no other cuts of the movie. I didn't have to fight them. It was the opposite. You don't have to see the bastardized version. You just get to see the awesome version first. Which, you know, obviously we know what that's referring to. Yeah, it was the opposite. This is the director's cut, if you will. You don't have to, and of course, you know, would you go on what I just said, you don't have to see the bastardized version first, you get to see the awesome version first. And she also shared the audio of Zack saying this. She mentioned that, you know, earlier I saw on her Twitter profile, she doesn't usually share audio from things like this, but she felt like it was important to hear it directly from Zack, him talking about this, so let's go ahead and listen to it.
My experience working with Netflix has been amazing. My team there have been nothing but supportive and incredibly collaborative, and just really enjoy. And kind of like I said, this was probably one of my, if not the most sort of gratifying experience I've had making a movie. It just really, everything about it was like fun, and from the cast and the crew and Netflix themselves, everyone's been incredibly supportive and just a joy to work with. And so yeah, this is the movie. There's no other cuts of the movie. I didn't have to fight them. It was the opposite. You know, I as far as like, you know, like I say, this is the director's cut, if you will, of Army. You're going to get to see it first. You know, you don't have to see a bastardized version. You get to just see the awesome version first. There you go.
So, I mean, again, not to say that, you know, Zack's taking shots at WB or anything like that, or that the fandom is, but like, it's clearly a completely different experience. It was a completely different experience working with Netflix for Zack Snyder, for, you know, Deborah, his whole team, the cast, the crew, everybody involved. It was a completely different experience for them compared to getting Justice League made, and not to mention, you know, BVS and other things that he had to fight with them. It's just really nice to hear that they got to go and have that relief of an experience, and I hope that Zack gets to do more projects with Netflix. He was also on Grace Randolph's channel Beyond the Trailer today at the time of making this video. Well, she released the video today of their update, their interview. They talked about a lot of different things, including the Adam movie, some ideas that Zack had for that film, which sound pretty incredible, that he had these ideas way back in 2015, 2016, before Justice League was even released. But they also talked about Army of the Dead. He again, you know, praised how it's been working with Netflix and how excited he is about the movie. He shared some cool, interesting details that we'll learn more about in the film. I think it's going to be very different. It's going to be a genre I mean, it's gonna be very different for this genre of movies, a zombie genre movie. Um, I said in my trailer reaction, I'm not a huge fan of those kind of movies, but I'm a fan of Zack Snyder and what he does, and so I'm gonna support that. And I think he's definitely he wants to, kind of break out of the typical molds of these genres, which is what he wanted to do with Army of the Dead. And he's had this project. I mean, it's been like 10 plus years that Warner Brothers had this project and they didn't do anything with it. He described, that they just didn't understand. They didn't want to go there with it. And so finally, coincidentally enough, the same person who at the time, greenlit, I guess you would say, or for Dawn of the Dead, is also the same guy that was like, yes, we want Army of the Dead at Netflix. It's the same person, which is pretty cool that he got to go back with that same person from way back when. And obviously Dawn of the Dead was one of those genre rule-breaking movies, having fast zombies. And now in Army of the Dead, they're going to be smart. They're going to be more. They're different from. They're not going to be what people expect, I guess, from a zombie movie. So it's just going to. I've seen a lot of people sharing on social media the same kind of way I feel. I'm not a zombie movie person, but I'm going to watch this because it seems like the action's going to be amazing. The story is going to be great. Dave Bautista was talking about it. How the story, at first he wasn't interested in it because, like, he expected it to be one of the a typical zombie action movie, and he was trying to kind of take roles that he's able to showcase his acting ability more. But then he went back, talked about the story with Zach, understood, got more understanding of the character that he's playing, which is the team leader, and he resonated more with that and saw that it's more than just a typical zombie action movie. And so I'm looking forward to it. And then, there's also going to be the spin-off, the prequel that focuses on, I forget his name, the character who is who does the locks. He cracks the safes. It's going to be about him, and Zach mentioned it's going to be like an English, French, and German language movie, which is pretty cool. And then there's going to be the spin-off. I mean the animated series as well, which comes out next year. So, like I've been saying, it's really cool to see Netflix supporting Zach in this way, and wanting to build a franchise with him and a world and give him that creative freedom and just let him be an artist and let him do what he does. And like he said, he didn't have to fight them, and that's the way it should be for the most part, and to let your creators have that experience and just let them do what they do. So I'm really glad that Netflix is doing that for them. And like I said, I hope to see Zach collaborate and do more projects with Netflix. After having this experience with them, I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't. They're paying just to have emojis just for his name and not just the movie. So I don't see why they wouldn't offer him more projects. And I'm definitely going to support that if it happens. So I just kind of wanted to share that because it's nice to see Zach talking positively about a studio that he's working with and them being supportive of him the way us fans are supportive of him. So I wanted to share that. Oh, and also before I forget, he did mention on Grace Randolph's his chat with her that there is not going to be another trailer for Army of the Dead. We just got that teaser a while back, and now just this trailer, and that's it. There's not going to be another trailer. He said there will be like some TV ads where you might see a couple little quick snapshots here and there of different footage, but overall there's not going to be another like trailer for the movie. It comes out May 21st in select theaters. I don't know when they're going to release the list of theaters that it's going to be available in, but it will be select theaters and of course on Netflix May 21st. So if you're a supporter of Zack Snyder, if you're a fan, show your support on that for that movie as well. And gonna be excited for it. So shout out to Netflix, and thank you again for supporting Zack the way us fans do and giving him the creative freedom to be the amazing artist and filmmaker that he is. All right, so right when I was about to upload this video or start editing it, processing it, casting update for Aquaman 2. So let me include that in this video as well. I don't know how to say this name, and so I apologize. Pelu Aspek? I'm so sorry. He was in Game of Thrones. He played a villain character, and he's going to be joining. Deadline is reporting he will be joining Jason Momoa in the sequel for Aquaman. Okay, so Deadline is reporting that yes, okay, best known for his role as the villainous Euron. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know how to say this name. He's in talks to join Aquaman 2 opposite Momoa, who is set to return in the title role. Warner Brothers had no comment. And of course, we know James Wan is returning to direct and produce alongside Peter Safran. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, wow, that's a long name, is penning the script. Plot is unknown at this time, and it is unknown who he'll be playing in the film. Okay, so if you're a Game of Thrones fan, yeah, he's going to be joining Aquaman too. I know Game of Thrones is a huge show, down to the last season apparently when people were disappointed. But he's going to be joining Aquaman too. So we'll see if he plays another villainous character or if he's going to be on the other side of things in the story. So again, we don't really know anything about the story for Aquaman 2. I mean, obviously we know at the end of the first Aquaman movie, he steps into his role as the King of Atlantis, and his brother Orm is taken away to Atlantean jail, I guess you would say. And so it's probably, I expect it to pick up from there and maybe explore, I was about to say Jason, for Jason Momoa, explore Arthur kind of becoming, taking on that responsibility of being King of Atlantis. So I really enjoyed the first Aquaman movie, so I'm looking forward to this one. We'll see what happens with Mera and Amber Heard's character because, obviously there's controversy around that. There's been rumors that she's being recast. There's been rumors that her role is just going to be cut down and she's not going to play as big of a role as she did in the first one. I don't know. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the next Aquaman movie. And, I'm glad James Wan is coming back to direct. Hopefully the studio won't, ruin the movie in any way. They shouldn't, because, the first one was a big success. Financially and critically, I guess you would say, response-wise, it was a success. So hopefully they just kind of let James Wan do his thing. And, Zack Snyder obviously produced the first one. I don't know if he's producing this one as well, but he plays a role in, the DCEU in general. And so, looking forward to it. But I just wanted to share that quick update with you guys before posting this video. And thank you guys for watching. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out the channels for other streams or videos that you may have missed, and hit the notification bell. And we'll see you guys soon.